Greetings, groovy people! This is the self-proclaimed, quote-unquote, self-proclaimed Blue Dragon, and I welcome you to this week's Wednesday time-lapse. And as this is the first Wednesday of October, I've decided to dedicate this video to Inktober. So the title is Oracular Inktakular. I love MGMT, so I'm just kind of giving a throwback to their first album, Oracular Spectacular. I like all of their albums. They're self-titled. I call it Alien Days. I love Congratulations. And then their newest one is Little Dark Age, which the front cover looks inked, or at least stamped, so hey, so totally not related, but I'm gonna force that relation into this video, just because I like MGMT. Sorry, you guys. I'm just having a bit of fun. So in the background, I'm inking a page for Act 3. But wait, there's more! To celebrate the art of inking, I'm time-lapsing 2 pages. The first is rather standard, my usual page with like close-ups and mid-range, images. But the next page, holy crap, it took me over an hour because my New Year's goal, I had a whole set of goals and I'm achieving some of them and not achieving others, but one of them was to work on my backgrounds and to give them more detail. So I've really taken that to heart, especially with the revamp, but I'm also trying to do that with Act 6. And for those of you who are new, I'm talking about my free webcomic, Dark Horse. Links are in the description. Anyone who's interested can check that out. If you want to support the channel, Patreon, Ko-fi, all that stuff's down below. I'll reiterate that later on. Anyway, I also wanted to harken back to the beginning of Act 3 to let the viewer know just where all of this is taking place, where the characters are located. That's something that I was really bad at the first time round, and I've been trying to improve upon. So, that's what's going on with the inking in the background. 2 pages, woohoo! Yeah. I'm gonna hopefully get those green toned soon. I have 3 pages in line for Act 3 to get done. Anyway, I'm sidetracking. But, so I do plan to participate in Inktober this year. I did it last year. I didn't have a channel yet, and I'm sure nobody cares. I shared it over on Comic Fury. There was a thread for it. But I almost finished last year. I stopped at the 26th, and I just ran out of energy and interest, and I was trying to keep up with my comics, so to prevent myself from succumbing to any Word of Wednesday ennui, my plan this year is to inject some of my comics into the challenge, since they are ink-based, and I know you can do it any way you want. It's really opened up. If anyone's interested in knowing more about Inktober, I'm gonna link the official website, but it's really expanded. Digital artists participate too, so don't feel like I'm just saying it's gotta be ink. But for me, I feel like this year what I'll do is I'll inject some of my own comics into this, while also doing or following some of the prompts. I mean, maybe I'll do all the prompts, I don't know, but I want to make sure that I actually complete it this year. And if I've got to cheat a little bit to do is it cheating? No, that's not the point of Inktober. The point of Inktober is to have fun and to actually improve a little bit. So I'll get into that a little bit more later. But I'm also going to experiment less. Last year I was trying to get to know my colored inks. I had a set that my partner had bought me, and he'd bought it for me for Christmas the previous year, and I thought, wow, this will be a great time to experiment. And it was, and I feel like I learned a lot from that. But this year I am going to focus more on actual ink techniques. My goals are to get work done, improve, and to maybe pick up some new tricks. So, and to have fun. If it's not fun, it's a personal challenge, and I'm not having fun, why ruin it for myself? There's no point in... It's like, I finally get it when my mom would hear me yelling at Super Mario Brothers or Sonic or something, and she'd be like, if you aren't having fun, why are you playing? Why don't you just put it down? We were only allowed like an hour anyhow of video games. per day, so yeah, that was actually monitored when we were kids. But I've actually just now, you know, at the time I was like, but I want to finish this stage, I want to win the game. But now I'm older, I haven't got time for that, you know. I don't want any anxiety over this. If it's not fun or overly stressful, you know, I might just kick it. But I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be able to do it this year. And I'm very interested in challenges. I don't want to seem like I'm discouraging people from participating or even completing a challenge. Oh, I don't know what I was trying to say there. But I mean, like I was saying, the older I get, the more aware I am becoming of my own limitations. And I think that's a good thing. You know, it's good to strive to do better. It's good to push oneself. But there's also a limit. You know, if there's too much stress and anxiety, if you're making yourself sick over something and the whole challenge, whatever it may be, you know, something that's not mandatory, like, you know, living or surviving, if it's just an optional challenge and it's not fun anymore and you're making yourself sick over it, I don't want to sour it for myself, which is why I stopped on the 26th. I was like, you know I'm really close. I know I can see the finish line, but I'm making myself crazy and I'm falling down on my other responsibilities. So, you know what? Something's got to give, and this isn't fun for me at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to do it next year and succeed. So that's kind of, with me, I like to compete against myself. I don't like to compete against other people because everyone has different places that they're coming from, different skill levels, different experiences, and so for me it's like, well, there's no point in myself comparing to this, you know, person who's doing great and then feeling bad about my own art. There's no point to that because, I mean, I can be influenced or inspired by them, but I'm not going to be them, and I don't want to be them, and I don't want my art to necessarily be them, you know, and I hope that that's making sense. So I know that a lot of people get anxiety over seeing other people's art, and they're like, oh, they're so much better than I am, and I'll never be that good, and that kind of takes the fun out of it for some people. But for me, I feel, you know, rather than taking that perspective on it, if I can just compete against myself and get better, that's how I've always been. And this is why I never finished the race first. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, you guys. I do like to be chill. I like to engender a relaxed, chill atmosphere if I can, except for like when I'm getting really intense talking about something that I'm super passionate about. But, you know, I do think it's important to remember that no matter how far you get in a challenge, that if you stop, you're not a failure if you didn't finish it. You're not a failure because, you know, you've learned something. If you've created something, if you've learned something, that practice is very valuable. That skill can be implemented later on. Just the act of brainstorming, or, you know, if you're thinking about the prompt, or if you're just looking at the prompt that day and just sketching something, free sketching and playing with line width or techniques, or, you know, whatever it is, even if you only complete day one, you have completed something. You've created something. And so for me, that's how I look at these challenges. Yeah, I didn't finish it last year, and yes, my goal, I would like to finish it, but I learned so much just from experimenting that I was like, you know what? I think I'm done for this year. I think I got something good out of this challenge. So I'm looking forward to sharing what I create, you know, with you guys, with all of you. And, you know what, maybe Dark Horse, you know, related, it might be a page, or I may do some of my forever on a hiatus comic, The Whimper in the Dark, which is all ink-based, and I don't screen tone or anything. Or I may follow the prompts. I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I might do something totally unrelated. If I just feel like drawing something and inking it, I might do that. I do want to try to keep it a little creepy if I can. I mean, I might change my mind on that later. I'm whimsical. Whimsical's a nice way to put it. But, you know, like I was trying to to impress earlier, I'm gonna keep this real casual because I don't want to get super stressed out about it. So I am curious. I really am. The question of the week, is anyone out there participating in Inktober 2019? If not, are you going to look at people's stuff? Is that something that interests you? Do you like to look at what people are producing? And if so, see, I have two options. Do you have a game plan, or are you just going to freestyle tackle it? Please comment below. I'd like to know your thoughts, or if you have any tips for anyone, share that. That's cool. That's it for this Wednesday. If you like my comic, if you like my videos, and you want to throw some shekels my way, Ko-fi, Patreon, all that, subscribe star, all that stuff's below. Or liking the video, subbing, watching the video. Those of you who made it this far, thank you, because that helps promote me through the Google Analytics. They like the longer watch time, so thank you very much for that. Thanks to my patrons. God, this is like, I feel like that dude at the Oscars that goes on for hours, but I am super thankful. Thank you. You're the best. And thanks for watching. Peace and love. Fare you well, and keep on trucking.